Salutations readers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkechi, and for today I'm doing a Minnesota Summer Diary number 7. So I'm not totally sure how long this video diary will go for. I think no further than like just a few days. Today is Tuesday, so I'm trying to think of some books that I feel in the mood to read right now that really fit into the cards that I pulled for the Tarot Readathon, but also for this week's significator, but also possible future week significators. I don't know, it's a whole thing right now. But also, I'm not sure if I'm really in the mood for the books that I have remaining off from my physical pulls. And if I really want to like change it up, then like again, I can just use my Wand's team ability of Fiery Passion to just read a romance. But am I really in the mood for a romance? Honestly, no. The idea for this video diary is to focus more on like more advanced copies of books first, and then we'll see about like some library books and see if it fits into Tarot Readathon. This is gonna be a little bit more themed, but we shall see if I stick to the theme. It's really again based on my mood. And right now I only have one book that I'm currently reading, and that is The Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. This was a book that I started reading for my T. Kingfisher fantasy reading vlog. However, I do need to actually start some other reads because that's literally the only book I am currently reading. I did finish a book today, but I also DNF'd a book today, and now I'm like down to like one current read, and that's not a good sign. I do not like being down to one current read. I need to start some other books. So I do have some advanced listening copies and e-arts of books that came out in June that I really want to read, and also an advanced listening copy of an audio of a book that came out last week. So I'm gonna see if I'm in the mood to start reading those ones. The problem though with those books is that they're all like fantasies. And I'm like, am I in the mood for some more fantasy? I don't know. This has just been a really fantasy-leaning kind of month so far. And I kind of want to read something just different. And there's not many as far as like my arcs and stuff that is like different from that. Even when I'm borrowing from the library, it's still fantasy-leaning. So I don't know. I kind of really want to just mix it up. The only thing I have is like the books I have physically from my library. So let me just show you all my options for my library. So first up, I have a physical copy of A Crane Among Wolves by June Hur. This is June Hur's latest novel. The only thing I really know about this is that this is another YA historical mystery with like a slow burn romance as a subplot, and it takes place in the Joseon dynasty in South Korea. And I think we're dealing with like a tyrant, like one of Korea's tyrants during the Joseon dynasty. I don't know, I think the main girl has something about her sister, something happened to her sister, and she has to partner up with, I think, the crown prince or something? Maybe? I don't remember, something like that. And then I have How to Pronounce Ninth. This was a book that was recommended to me for like the 6 Works by 6 Friends. I forgot which friend it was who recommended this to me, but it's a collection of short stories. It's contemporary literary fiction, so maybe this could be the vibe. That's something that's just another thing that's just not fantasy leaning, and it's short stories, so like just read a short story and then go from there. And we'll just see if I'm even in the mood for it. And then I have The Honeys by Ryan LaSala. This is, I know for sure, YA queer horror. It follows like a gender queer main character, something about their sister, something about a group called the Honeys or something. So yeah, I have heard really good things about the audiobook, so I think I'm gonna also pair it up with the audiobook as well. So this actually could be the next move. And then I have True Love and Other Impossible Odds by Christina Lee. This is a book that I saw kind of going around on Bookstagram. One of my Bookstagram mutuals actually rated this book recently like 5 stars, and I was just intrigued. I just know that this is like some sort of YA coming of age queer contemporary romance, I think. I don't really remember the actual genre tags, but it's a young adult book, and I'm like, if one of my Bookstub mutuals gave this book 5 stars, I'm gonna at least give this a shot. Especially if it is actually a romance, then I could use Fiery Passion to at least fulfill any of my personal pull prompts. So, and then last but not least, I do have Earth Flown by Frances Wren. This is an self-published work. I think this is a standalone. This is like an adult, it's a lot of things. It's like, what is it? Like, I think this is some sort of equal parts like a crime fiction dystopian setting, but also like some sort of like a romance or something like that. There's a lot of like blending of genres, which I'm definitely here for, and it does come with like some illustrations. Like there is some like picture stuff here, like drawn, even though it's like not in color, but like it's really cool. There's like a lot of like illustration stuff, and it's even like diagrams and things within the book itself, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not trying to show too much in case it's spoilery, but yeah, I don't know. It's just really cool. Even chapter headings have something here. It's just really, very interesting, and that's what really intrigued me too as well. But yes, I wanted to at least give this book a shot, and it just looks really cool. And I did request my library to even purchase a copy, so I'm so glad at least now I have a chance to read it. But yeah, these are the physical library books that I have for my library, and of course I have my books from NetGalley and also Fabilion Audio as well, since I am a McMillion audio influencer. So we shall see where the mood takes me. But I also have like an ebook as well, which is actually a novelette called, what was it called? Oh yeah, On the Fox Roads by Niveau. So that's a novelette that I think was originally posted on Tor.com, which is now called Realtor.com. So that's cool. So I can read that on my Kindle if I want. Again, those are all my like library book options. So this could be like more library focused. This could also just be ARC focused. It could be a mixture between the two. But as of right now, I just want to eat some food, watch some YouTube, and then also edit a video for y'all so that y'all could have it out the week that I am filming this. And hopefully in between, I am reading something. But anyways, yeah, I will just talk to you all later. I don't know when, but I'll talk to you all later. Salutations, y'all. So today is now Wednesday and I have a few updates. So yesterday wasn't much of a reading day. I was just doing some productivity things, some more YouTube things. So I finally edited and uploaded my T. Kingfisher fantasy reading vlog. So now that's finally up. And then I filmed my Full Moon Readathon TBR video. I'm pretty sure that TBR video will be up before this video, so I'll also link that video down below if you have not seen it already. So I just did a lot of more filming, editing, just YouTube stuff, not much of actually reading, but I am glad I did all that. And I actually decided to film the new video on my new video camera. It's also like a photography camera, but it does record video. So yeah, yesterday was just a YouTube day, and today is more like, okay, I'm actually in the mood to be reading. So I was playing on the family Nintendo Switch. So I haven't actually been playing much with the Switch, but recently, especially until June, I actually have been really getting back into like playing on the Switch again. And so far what I've been playing is kind of like some card game stuff, but I've really been enjoying playing like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's pretty much like my main game right now, is just playing that. And I'm actually pretty far along with like the game and stuff. So if you're familiar with like Breath of the Wild, I've already done like the 2 of the 4 divine beasts and stuff. I'm literally on my way to like defeat the 3rd one, but I want to go back to like the shrines. So I need to go back through that so I can prepare for other things, because one of my siblings has played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and played that game like multiple times and stuff. I already beat the game multiple times, so they've been giving me some tips and things as far as like what to like really prioritize. So I'm just taking like their advice and things. So I kind of want to get back into playing some Breath of the Wild because I have not been doing it. Honestly, I've been procrastinating on defeating the 3rd divine beast, so I'm still going to continue to procrastinate, honestly, but I want to go back to doing some shrines. So we'll get to the 3rd divine beast eventually, but I want to do some shrine stuff first. And I need to use YouTube to understand how to complete these shrines because they are hard. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it on like Switch stuff. Okay, and I also did start listening to The Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. So I think this is a standalone queer fantasy, and it's not necessarily in the same world. I think it's like the other dragon series, like the Ruin of Kings, whatever that series is called. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm about a 1/3 of the way through, and I really am actually enjoying this story. I really like the writing. Again, I'm listening to it via audio, and I do like this narrator's narration voice. I have heard of their narration voice from like a different book that I literally read this month actually, and I really have been enjoying like the world and stuff. And regarding this dragon world, it's pretty interesting to me. So yeah, so far since I'm a 1/3 of the way through, we've finally gotten to like the meat of like, okay, well, this is our main overarching goal for this particular story. It is a longer book though than I thought. It's about 17-18 hours long. I think it's closer to like 18 hours long, so not quite a fan of how long it is, but I am listening at nearly 2 times speed, so kind of like if I listen to it straight, it's about 9 hours, but I'm definitely giving myself breaks though, because I thought I would be able to like read the book and finish it today, but my brain, I was so tired. I'm still wearing my bond because I literally just took a nap for like a few hours. I was just too tired to continue on, but it's fine though. I'm definitely enjoying it. I like our main characters. I do like how it is like a queer normative world and things. Although I do feel as though it's more like, despite this being like a queer normative world, at least I think it is queer normative, but I do find it more like kind of binary to me. I don't feel like there's much I don't know if there is going to be any like more non-binary, genderqueer, gender fluid kind of like representation in this book. So not quite a fan of how more binary this is, but so the queer normative world regarding the dragons is not my favorite aspect right now, but so far I am just intrigued regarding the plot, and I'm suspecting as well that the main character might be asexual spectrum as well, so that's at least pretty cool at least, but still not the best kind of like more intriguing queer normative world I've read. But I still am at least curious enough to at least keep reading the book, and I'm definitely curious to see more like the inclusion of these dragons and stuff. And I did request this from like Mamillion Audio, so it's also been pretty cool that I got a chance to read this one. I have not read anything by this author prior, so I'm very curious. Like if I really like this one, I think I actually will try like the 5-book series that she wrote before, so very much curious about that. I knew this thing was gonna fall. Let me just take off my glasses. I don't like how it's looking. Okay, there we go. Looks better. And it's still looking off. Anyway, salutations, y'all. It is about 8:15 p.m. on Thursday. Yesterday is Thursday. So today, what did I do today? I legitimately forgot what I was even doing today. I don't know. Just blur. Anyways, last night I think y'all saw on the B-roll, I reorganized my bookshelf. Initially, it was supposed to be like the top part would be the books that are on my TBR, and the bottom would be the books that I have read, since most of the books on this shelf I have already read. And it's just that I have some TBR, but it's kind of close to being like more like 60-40. But instead of doing all of that and having alphabetized like that, I just decided just to go alphabetical order on just all the books, even my TBR read books. I just mix it all together, just alphabetized everything. But also, while I was reorganizing my bookshelf last night, I decided to start reading The Honeys by Ryan LaSala. I actually was reading it via audio. I do have the physical book from my library, but honestly though, this is more of an audiobook read, because the audiobook production is just really, really good. Like, it has special effects sounds and stuff. This is a YA queer horror where we follow Mars, and he is going to like this kind of like summer camp thing that his sister was in, because somehow something happened with regarding his sister there and she ended up dying. So now he's trying to go back, trying to like figure out what led up to that moment to when she died. And I am like over halfway through. I think like about 2/3 of the way through. I'm almost done with part 4. I'm almost at the start of part 5, and I really am enjoying it. I really do love the audiobook though. The audiobook production is amazing, to the point that I think it's a little bit too good, because honestly I do hear like insect sounds, like you hear buzzing of like bees and maybe some other insects, and I realize that that's actually it's actually really, really terrifying for me to hear that, because I literally hate the sounds of anything flying. Like, I don't like bugs. I really hate bugs, especially if they're really close to my person, especially if they're flying around my ear. Oh my gosh. And then just having my AirPods in and just hearing this bug sounds, I was like, ah, is there a bug in my ear? And I'm like, wait, no, it's just the book itself. And I'm just like, you know, you kind of sign up for this, but also why? But whatever. Anyways, just to say that audiobook, I definitely recommend the audiobook. And as far as the story itself, I do like this story. I don't really love it, and I don't know why I'm not really loving it, but I am still enjoying my time with it. I think this is a good story. I do find it like kind of like really weird. It's definitely something strange is definitely going on here regarding this group of girls called the Honeys, and they even like work regarding like this hive, like an actual hive of bees. So like it's very interesting in that sense, but I'm also just kind of looking like something about this group of girls don't make no damn sense. But also for Mars though, like for him, Mars is gender fluid, but he comes into this camp to like more like the guys group than like the girls group, because there's an incident that happened a summer prior, I think. Was it 2 summers ago? I don't remember. Somewhat recently. No, it was 4 years ago. So actually it was about 4 summers ago. Yeah, because there was a time where Mars used to go to the summer camp place that his sister Caroline used to go to, but an incident happened and he stopped going there. Yes. So yeah, Mars is gender fluid. He uses he, him, she, her, they, them pronouns. But since the majority of this book, though, I think Mars has been going like more like he, him. So that's what I'm going to be using. Probably switch around with they, them as well. Although this book is written like in first person. So that's why I'm like pronouns-wise, I'm not totally sure which one Mars really has a particular preference to. But it seems like it doesn't matter on pronouns. So I'll use he, him, since the synopsis does use he, him pronouns more so here, if any of y'all are wondering. But yes, I am indeed enjoying this. I do think this will be at least a 4-star read. It's just not a 5-star for me, unless something really happens at the end, like in part 5, which is possible, honestly. It probably could go up to like a 5-star. But I am just indeed enjoying this one. Again, I don't think it's really a 5-star for me because I don't find it really amazing or anything. The writing style is pretty solid. The horror is definitely pretty solid, and I really am loving like the representation of gender fluidity regarding Mars. So I think that's actually really, really cool. But other than that, yeah, I'm just enjoying my time with the Honeys, and we shall see if it ends up being more than 4 stars, or probably just a solid 4 stars. It is what it is. But that's kind of where the vibe is for me with Guarding the Honeys. And then I went to my library so then I can pick up my copy of Blessings by Chukwu Ibuka eBay, finally. So if you don't know what this book is, it's actually, it wasn't my, I think it was my most anticipated release of 2024, like the first one, the one I made in 2023. No, actually I put it in 2023, and also the one I made this year as well. So actually I think it's in both of those videos. Sorry there, but the point is I have talked about the fact that I've been really looking forward to this book. I even wanted to pre-order it, but I wasn't sure if I really will love it that much to pre-order it. So library copy it is, and I'm so glad that I got the chance to pick up a copy. And it's not really long. It's literally less than 300 pages, so that's really good, especially since this is a queer contemporary lit fic written by a Nigerian author, and it does take place in Nigeria as well. I'm very much here for it. It's a debut novel, so here for it. That's pretty much what my day has been. And while I was in the library, I really wanted to, I was printing some things for my new TV and film journal. And that's actually an activity that I really want to do actually for this video diary, because for Team Wands, our upright gift is to pretty much like try something new. Pretty much like a hobby, a project, whatever. And then the reverse challenge is to spend like 30 focused minutes on that. So I really want to take some time to actually like start journaling for a film and TV journal. And this is new for me because I've had a writing journal. I think y'all probably have seen it. I also have a reading journal, which I do need to work on. I have it right here. So I really want to do some like reviews and spreads and stuff for some films I've been watching and rewatching, especially for some newer films. I think my first spread though will be a Shrek, because I recently rewatched Shrek, and I realized I like how, first of all, it's still like a really good book, really good movie. I think it holds up really well. I'm still upset though about the third act breakup thing. That conflict was really, really dumb. So I already have some still frames from the film itself that I want to put on here, and I wanted to do some spreads here on the journal. And I finally watched The Boy and the Heron. I watched that like a few days ago with my mom, and I really love that film. I need to rewatch it though before I solidify my actual thoughts on it in my film journal. I also watched The Tale of the Princess Kaguya for the first time as well. That's also a really good movie. It's really long though. It's like 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's really 2 hours and 15 minutes without like the credits and stuff, but like y'all, it's a really good movie if you have not seen The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. It really is just recounting the actual Japanese folk tale of Princess Kaguya. So if you're familiar with the tale, I think you're gonna know pretty well about the movie itself. If you have not familiar with the tale, I think the movie itself does a really good job like with the folk tale and the interpretation. Highly recommend both The Tale of the Princess Kaguya and The Boy and the Heron. Very much looking forward to all that. Is into making some review spreads and all that. I'm still experimenting on that. Anyways, that's pretty much what I'm going to do next, honestly, is working on that. And maybe I could continue listening to the honeys, but I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit tired of reading right now, and I really just want to focus more on my film and TV journal and probably just having like a YouTube video in the background. I think that's my plan for what I want to do for the rest of the night, and then I think I'll talk to you all as well tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I have finished the honeys. Alright, salutations y'all. It is literally Saturday. It's actually nearly 1:30 a.m. But I'm just want to give y'all this quick update here because I do think I am going to end this video diary later on today. So I just want to do one more update before I do like a final update later on today. So last night, what did I do last night? Yeah, I think on B-roll, you know, I was doing my film journal and things. I'm not even done with it actually. I didn't finish my spread regarding Shrek, but I did at least get like all the pictures and stuff. I just haven't finished writing down like my review actually. So, and I haven't used all of them either because I think I put too many frames. I had too many, which is fine. And then I was reorganizing this white shelf here because honestly I just had way too much junk on here, and I was like, I don't need all that junk, so I just reorganized it. This part here is still the same, and then I reorganized my aardvark and book of the month books as well, and then I have more stuff down there. I also had sprints as well in the evening, and I did finally finish reading the honeys, and I didn't end up with a rating at the time because I really had to really think about how I felt about this book, because honestly the ending here was actually really good. Like, it really brought everything together, but I don't feel as, it doesn't feel like a 5-star read to me, so I went with like a 4.75. It's really good for what it is. It's such a really good horror book, and I love the fact that we have a gender fluid main character, and I can see like how Mars's queerness really was moving through fluidly throughout the story, pun intended. So I actually really like that. I just don't think it's quite a 5-star for me, honestly, because there's not much like regarding the side characters I found very memorable. It's just like really our main character Mars, and in order for something to be like a 5-star, I really had to be very connected, not just to the main character, but also to like side characters and like even a couple minor characters, and I didn't really quite feel that way, so I was like, no, it can't be a 5-star. But regardless though, the audiobook is really good. I definitely recommend the audiobook. It's a lot though, honestly, with all of those sound effects, but I mean after a while you kind of just get used to it, and you're just like, all right, well, you're definitely fully immersed now, that's for sure. And it definitely it was getting really weird, y'all. Like, I definitely felt like, okay, this is gonna be leaning more weird, but I had no idea how weird it was. Like, I feel like it was the weirdness was akin to like Bunny by Mona Walk. Granted, I have not actually read the book, but based on how people talk about it, it reminds me of like Bunny, but also it reminds me a little bit like Catherine House, but like this is meant for like teenagers. Hold up, y'all. Okay, y'all, so back. We just had for some reason, Wi-Fi was out, so we got that fixed. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the honeys. Really good book. Definitely recommend the audiobook for sure. And then I started reading, but then finished reading it like about 10 minutes ago, On the Fox Roads by Nifo. This is a short story novelette that's available on Realtor.com, that's formerly known as Tor.com, like the actual website, not like the publishing imprint. So yeah, they rebranded to now being Realtor.com. This one's actually kind of like a weird short story, honestly. Like, I'm not totally sure what the point of the short story was, but I did enjoy it because, again, Nouveau just has a really good writing style, and this is pretty much just like a stowaway who wants the deed to like her family's like store, and it takes place during like the Jazz Age, and like she's with these bank robbers, and she kind of like learns more about herself, kind of a story, which like in and of itself I can definitely see it. It makes sense, and the idea of the fox rose actually really intrigued me, honestly. And I can see how the fox rose can be like some sort of a metaphor for like change and coming of age and like learning more about yourself and stuff. It's just that it was so fast paced that I'm like, I don't know if I fully understood the characters and like the magic. I mean, I definitely understand the magic more than like really the characters and our time and the time, honestly, and place. That part was a little bit murky for me, but again, since it is so short, I'm like, they can only do so much. You have to prioritize something. And I am used to reading something short from Nouveau, but more like novellas though. Like the novellas I'm so used to, like Singing Hill Cycle, I'm used to that length from Nouveau. So anything shorter than that, I kind of just want more. So it's a 4-star. I still think it's really good. It's just that it could have been better if it was just twice as long. You know what I'm saying? Just twice as long. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, as far as what I'm going to do tonight, I really want to play some Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I actually have not been playing it today, so I want to play more of that. Just probably exploring. I'm just procrastinating on like defeating one of the divine beasts. I'm literally procrastinating. So I'm just gonna explore Breath of the Wild while listening to The Sky on Fire for like a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Unless I feel like just staying up all night. Who knows? I don't know. It's literally like 1:30 a.m. so is what it is. But anyways, I should have to talk to you all later on today, and by then I should be closing out this vlog, so see y'all later. Okay, y'all, it is literally like 4 a.m. I'm halfway through The Sky of Fire by Jen Lyons. Honestly, I don't think I really care for this story anymore, which really kind of sucks. I was kind of seeing I was gonna be interested like in the beginning, like the first quarter, like the first 25%. I was like, okay, interesting, okay, I'm not totally sure where we're going, but I'm kind of interested. And now I'm like, I'm not really as interested. Like even just the entire like what the main plot of this story, I don't even quite remember what the main plot of the story is supposed to be. And what these characters are doing, I no longer actually really care what they're doing. I don't really want to see what they're going to do. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything bad with it. I do like the narrator and stuff. It's just that the story, I'm just like, I actually don't care for it anymore. Like, I never really considered myself as like I'm a fantasy reader who really likes dragon. Like, I really like dragon books. I'm like, you know, there's dragons. I mean, sure, okay, I guess. But, like, honestly, I don't know. The dragons is definitely still interesting, but it's just that the plot around these dragons, I just do not care for. So, I think I am just going to DNF it halfway through, which is very unfortunate. I don't like the fact that I am DNFing it, but, like, I really am not as interested in these characters or what they're doing right now. The world is interesting, but everything else I could care less. But I do think, though, I do want to try Jen Lyons' other series, The Chorus of Dragons. I finally learned what the name of that series is called, Chorus of Dragons. I'm still kind of interested in it, at least, but I don't know if I'll go with the audiobooks, though. I think that's going to be a series I need to read with my eyeballs, or maybe a hybrid read or something, because honestly, I don't know. I don't know if just reading this book via audio is the best way. But anyways, the point is, I'm DNFing this book like halfway through. Now, I'm from my Libby, and I do have 2 audiobooks. Maybe I can read The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water by Zen Cho. It's literally like 4 hours. It's literally like actually a novella, so I think I'm gonna read that one next. We shall see how the audiobook goes. I guess I'll update y'all again when I finish it, or maybe I end up DNFing it. Who knows? Or I end up not reading it. I don't know. Alright, Salutations, y'all. It is still Saturday. It is actually 3:15 p.m. And I do have one reading update. I did start reading The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water by Zen Cho. I literally just started like 18 minutes into this 4-hour audiobook. Barely started. So far, I was intrigued. It's just like it was late at night and I was like, oh my gosh, too much. I'm getting tired. But one thing for sure though is that I did find it to be quite interesting because I think we're following like a monk. Like I actually did not look at the synopsis. I just saw that, oh, this is like queer fantasy and it's novella and it's short and it's available, and I was interested in for some reason. But then I completely forgot. I didn't even know what the novella was even about. It seems to be about like a monk who gets into like this kind of like, I don't know, I think it's supposed to be like a found family situation, but like wuxia fantasy as well, which I have learned, especially with like Into the Riverlands by Niveau, I have learned that I am interested in like a wuxia fantasy, especially in the novella space. I'm interested in that. And also found family, I'm here for that. But yeah, there's something about like a bandit. Yeah, there was a bandit in a coffee house, and I think we found also like some sort of like a monk for some reason. I don't know why, but those two or some group of people like coming together for some adventure. I don't know why. I think that's some sort of secret order. Who knows? All I know is that I'm intrigued, and I really like the cover. The cover is actually really, really cool. But I did really want to update y'all because I got a package, and it's from one of my local indie bookstores, but I purchased it through bookshop.org because a few days ago, actually, bookshop.org had like was offering free shipping for like 3 days, which was around the same time as Amazon Prime Day and the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale. For literally like 3 days, you just had free shipping, even including pre-orders. So this is just one of the books that I ordered. I just ordered one of my anticipated releases. It's actually a sequel to a book that I read last year, and I did get an advanced audiobook through NetGalley, but I was kind of holding off on that one because I knew that I wanted to hyper read this book, so I needed to have a physical copy, and also I wanted a physical copy anyways because I was really looking forward to this sequel. So that's what happened. And also I did pre-order a book as well. It comes out in October, so when that book comes in, hopefully I'll be vlogging by at that time when the book comes in. But I pre-ordered a book too, so that book I'm anticipated and one I pre-ordered, so that's where we're at. Alright, so the book I ordered is The Unrelenting Earth by Kritika H. Rao. This book is the sequel to The Surviving Sky, which I really had a good time with last year. I think I gave this like 4.25 stars last year. It was a debut novel, and then now here is the anticipating sequel. Look at this cover, y'all. Look at that. You see that cover? Look at that. Truly fits the vibe. And I can't really say much as far as what the sequel is going to be about, honestly, because it just spoils what happened at the end of the first book. But one thing's for sure though is that I am waiting for some destructive mess to come in here. But now look at that. Now I have book 1 and book 2, and they just match like that. And I am, after I read this one, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to book number 3. I hope it comes out next year. But anyways, I'm just so glad that I got this book in the mail, and I'm going to continue my read of The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water. I'm going to read that. I think I'm going to finish it today, and then I'll end this video diary. Salutations, y'all. It is literally 7:45, and I'm here for a final update. So I did finally finish reading The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water. Yes, that's what the name of the book is called. So I give this one 3.5 stars. I do have to say it's more on the audiobook production fault and less on the novella itself, because I found the novella to be interesting. I did like Zen Cho's writing. I think the writing style was interesting. It's just that the audiobook narration and also the production of it, I'm just like, I don't really like it, which is very unfortunate. But I did find the story though to be interesting. I was a little bit kind of confused towards the end, but once I really sat down and really thought about the story as a whole, I was kind of like, okay, this actually is pretty cool. And it's actually queer as well. Like the main bandit that we're introduced in the beginning, like he is trans, so that's actually really, really cool. And I kind of like this feeling of the found family, but I didn't find the found family to be as strong. But then again, it's kind of like in a novella space, so it's a little bit on the shorter side, and the writing isn't quite there for me to really grasp the found family vibes from it. But I did get a little bit confused though towards the middle and lost a little bit interest in the middle part of the story. It got a little bit muddled for me, but then the ending kind of like wrapped it up for me, so it kind of like held. But for the most part, it's a solid read. I definitely recommend it, and I'm definitely going to read Black Sister Water by the same author. I actually do have a physical copy of this book on my shelf, so this is at least a sign that I should definitely read that book. Pretty much it's just a good story, 3.5 stars. I don't got much else to say about it, honestly. I don't think it's going to stick with me for very long, but I am glad that I at least gave it a shot. And now that I know that, okay, Zen Cho, I trust your writing. I'm going to read more of your works. And now I'm here now to close out this video diary. It's been going on for a few days. I have no idea how long this thing is, but I hope y'all at least enjoy it. So what did I do? I did some productivity things. I edited and uploaded a video. I also refilmed my full moon readathon TBR video. I just refilmed it, so I'm gonna edit that. And then I did reorganize on my bookshelves, so like my brown one and the white one, so that's done. Oh yeah, and I did my TV film journal stuff. I was playing some games as well. I was playing Breath of the Wild, so that was fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then of course, you know, reading, obviously. So read The Honeys via audio, even though I had a physical copy, but this was more of an audiobook read. 4.75 stars, but it is definitely a new favorite. I'm definitely going to check out Ryan LaSala's other works. And then I read On the Fox Roads. This one was a 4-star read. Short story. I wish it was just a little bit longer, but for what it really was in this short story novelette space, I think it was actually pretty solid. So 4 stars, and of course I love anything by Nevo. Nevo can't do me no wrong regarding her writing. And then Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water, 3.5 stars. Could have been better. And then The Sky on Fire, DNF at 50%, unfortunately. Thanks though to Macmillan Audio though for the advanced listening copy, but I don't think Dragon Books is really the thing for me. I'm still gonna at least keep trying. Maybe I can find the right dragon book for me, but this particular dragon book is not working for me. But anyways, that is pretty much it. That's completely all things I've read and done in the past 5 days. I really did debate to making this a little bit longer to see if I can sneak in a couple more books, but I think this video diary is going to be long enough as it is, and I don't want to subject my editing self into editing more footage. So we're just ending it here. And if you've made it this far, thank you all for watching this video diary. So if you like this video, like it, comment down below your thoughts if you've read The Honeys, On the Fox Road, The Order of the Pure Moon Reflected in Water, if you're going to be interested in these books. I don't know. Also, if any of you are maybe interested in the books that I mentioned beforehand regarding like the library holds, any books I should prioritize, y'all let me know in the comments. Just let me know how y'all are doing, because again, I haven't done much like an actual check-in in a video during like a long minute. So just, I don't know, let's just talk in the comments. Let's just do a quick check-in, I guess. And if you're new here and you like this kind of video, you want to see more content from me, subscribe if you want to. And if you made this far into this video diary and you're not really sure what to say, you just want to leave me an emoji instead, leave me a honey emoji for The Honeys, which is pretty much the best book in this video diary. Anyways, thank you all again for coming on to this video and checking out my channel, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.